couldn't build their own. They can't believe my growth. They see the change, the tone, but they couldn't handle that. Nope, they couldn't handle that. If they really knew the
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series, we're going to be going over Uranus in the houses, okay? Uranus in the houses. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about the 9th house. So having Uranus in your 9th house. And before we get into that, you guys know I have to remind you to check out my music. If you enjoyed the music in the beginning of this video, that's my new song, Can't Take the Throne. Definitely check it out here on YouTube. All you have to do is type my name, Sam Dolphin, and it'll definitely appear. And you can also check it out on Spotify, Apple, and TikTok. So definitely check it out. I'd appreciate that. So yes, going back to Uranus in the 9th house, okay? And the first thing I can say about Uranus in the 9th house is that these people have no limits when it comes to their minds and their ideas, okay? They are freedom thinkers, okay? This is because the 9th house deals with higher learning and expanding our mind by understanding different things that we haven't seen before or that we're not close to. So the 9th house is expanding your mind. It's the house of expansion, okay? It's about learning things that are foreign, that are different to us, that are not in our community. So a lot of people like to connect 9th house with higher learning, okay? And then the Uranus is innovative mind, is the innovative mind. So this is all about unique ideas and thinking outside the box, okay, and coming up with your own formulas and ideas. Okay, so a Uranus in 9th house person does not like to be limited when it comes to their ideas, okay? This is not the type of person who you can restrict or tell them that they can only think of things or learn certain things. They're expansive and they're unique and innovative, so they're not going to want to just stick to what is normal and basic in terms of what they can learn, what they can understand, what information they can get. They have no limits when it comes to their mind. They believe in many things. They believe many things can be possible. And they like to explore their ideas, expand, explore, and be unique and innovative. And they're rebellious on top of this expanded mind. So this is a person who's not going to allow you to restrict their thoughts, their ideas. They're very rebellious with them. They're very big with their ideas and thoughts. They like to study very different, unique, huge ideas. You know, they just love to free their mind and expand their minds to things that people think are weird or impossible or not usual things that people study. This is Uranus in 9th house, and it makes them very smart. But like I said, they have these free minds. They like to think of anything. They like to expand their ideas and their ideas of education. Okay, this is not a type of person who's going to be comfortable with like a normal type of education where you just learn reading and writing and mathematics and, you know, your basic history. They're going to want to explore subjects and go beyond that, okay? Again, this is the expansive mind, the 9th house, but also with Uranus here, it makes them very innovative and rebellious and unique. So they love to study and go abroad and learn new ideas and unique ideas, and they're very stubborn in it, and no one's going to restrict them. They're going to feel like there's more to learn in life. There's more to see, to learn, to observe, to understand, and that ideas and subjects and topics of life are expansive, and there's more to learn than just what we learn in basic schooling. So Uranus in 9th house, definitely freedom thinkers, definitely expansive minds. And again, freedom of the mind, being able to think in any way that you want, being able to study whatever and understand that there's so much to explore and study in this world, and it doesn't have to be just the basic stuff we learn in school. So yes, Uranus in 9th house, these are freedom thinkers, their minds are expansive, and they're rebellious in that way. They're not going to allow someone to restrict them. They're not going to be comfortable with the normal schooling or educational system. They're going to want to go beyond that. And they're going to believe that there is more beyond that to learn. Okay? With that being said, I like to say Uranus and 9th house people are intellectually philosophical geniuses, okay? Intellectual, philosophical geniuses, okay? Again, with ninth house dealing with philosophy and our big ideas for this world and what we think this world is all about. And then the ninth house, and then the Uranus with that intellectual genius energy, okay? Uranus is very intellectual, so these people, again, like I said, with the expansive mind, they love to study different unique topics, different subjects, okay? And they're so smart with it, okay? Because with Uranus, again, this is like the genius mind. It's very quick with receiving and retaining information. So with ninth house being this expansive house, there's so much expansive, unique, you know, alternative information that these people collect and understand. That's why I say they're intellectual, philosophical geniuses, because there's so much that they understand on such a broad level, on such a philosophical level. And with that Uranus energy, making it quick for them to retain so much information, there's so much that they learn. It's amazing, and it's genius, okay? Because a lot of times when we consider people smart and geniuses, a lot of it has to do with the mind and how much information they're able to not only retain, but also understand, okay? And this is no exception with Uranus in the ninth house. These people are very super smart. Definitely going to be into a lot of things, which leads me into the next point, is that there's so many different subjects and alternative subjects that Uranus and ninth house people know and understand. These are definitely people who know astrology, astronomy, metaphysics, sciences, okay, pseudosciences. There's so much expansive information, but so many different unique subjects that these people will get into, okay? Because again, like ninth house, this expansive, you know, house of expanding your mind. You have to understand, it's like the ninth house is like, it's ruled by Sag and Jupiter. This is about, you know, no limits, you know, seeing as much and having as much as you possibly can get. You know, it's abundance, but it's in Uranus, you know, this intellectual, unique energy. So they just have an abundance of unique information in different subjects. This is the person you talk to, and you know, they give you a random fact about lizards, you know, you know, or they can give you interesting information on astrology like I'm doing, you know. But the subjects that they're going to be into, that they study, are so unique, so different, but so much. I mean, they're like a library of information. Uranus and ninth house people, they're like a library of like unique foreign information that you wouldn't necessarily get, you know, because the third house would deal more with like, you know, our schooling, our basic, you know, subjects and stuff like that. But when you talk about the ninth house and then you put Uranus, this innovative mind, on top of that, you're talking about unique foreign subjects, alternative subjects, you know, that a lot of these people know. And again, with Uranus in here, this is like intellect. So they're retaining a lot of this unique information. So again, it's like they're like a library of unique information that you can get. So Uranus in ninth house, very smart people. They know a lot. And it's very expansive, unique, innovative information. So with Uranus in the ninth house, these people have very like rebellious beliefs and philosophies, okay? So Uranus is the rebellious planet, okay? So this is the mind that wants to think on its own and wants to march to the rhythm of their own drum, their own beat. You know, they don't want to like do the typical thing, so they're always looking for something unique and different, okay? And then you have the ninth house when it talks about your higher mind, your philosophy of this world. So a lot of their ideas and their big ideas can be very rebellious, very controversial, okay, very non-mainstream, okay? So, you know, these are the type of people that say very like huge, big statements that can be controversial, could be something that a lot of people may not even agree with, or something that people haven't even heard of before. It's just so unique and different. But they're very rebellious and stubborn, and they could be, you know, this could be like a conspiracy theorist, But this could just be a person who just has very unique ideas that aren't mainstream, but they're so stubborn in them. And they can make them, and they can convince you that this is real and stuff like that. But their mentality is to be different, be unique, and to think outside the box, and not to be so, you know, mainstream and what everyone's thinking. So their ideas and their expansive ideas are very rebellious, and they're very big statements, okay? This is the 9th house. This is like your big philosophy, your big ideas. So they can have these really huge ideas and philosophies that are very controversial. They can make statements that are very controversial. Their ideas, their information can be very controversial, okay? The conclusions that they make about reality in this world, their own philosophies, can be very controversial, very against the grain. So, yes, this is a controversial, you know, placement as well, too, because wherever Uranus is, this is going to represent where you're controversial with your ideas. And with the 9th house expanding this and making them big ideas in your philosophy, these are big statements. These are big controversial statements, big controversial studies, big controversial information. Okay, so they're very big with it, and they're gonna preach there. They're gonna argue them too. Okay, this is a very intellectual placement. Like I said, the 9th house and Uranus. So yes, it'll be very controversial. Yes, it'll go against the grain, but they'll be able to stubbornly argue their points, argue their beliefs, you know, argue these big, you know, rebellious, controversial statements that they have as well too. So, you know, yes, very big and rebellious with what they believe in, with their philosophies, but also very stubborn and able to argue them, okay? Able to go back and forth with you and debate these big controversial ideas, okay? Because like I said, this is a very intellectual placement as well. It's not just your philosophy, but it's how you intellectualize it. It's how you study it, okay? It's how you make logical sense out of it with that Uranus energy. So yes, they're very controversial. They got these controversial ideas, but they will go toe-to-toe with you and debate you with them too, with Uranus in the 9th house, you know. So it's definitely exciting, you know, because, you know, we can't all think the same. And I feel like with Uranus in the 9th house, this is about being able to expand your mind. These people are able to expand your mind. They understand that everything isn't just 1 + 1 = 2. It's not just about, you know, just the basic education, but they understand that there's so much to learn. There's so many ideas to explore. There's so many unique information, sciences, pseudosciences, beliefs, philosophies to explore. There's no limit to this, so to stick to what the normal basic education, what we normally know, is not a Uranus and 9th house thing, and they really teach us that we can go beyond our basic education. There's so much more to explore, and there's no ending to what we think we know about reality. Explore their studies. This is a studier. This is a person who likes to go on the internet and study different ideas and find out different things. This is a person who likes to travel to study and study different unique things. This is a person who likes to go to the library and get as many books on so many different topics and unique ideas, okay? Because again, they're expanding the mind, they're expanding what we know. And with that Uranus energy, they're going against the grain, they're being innovative with it, they're creating new ideas, new philosophies. So very smart, very educational placement, okay? Very smart placement. And again, you know, these are the people that really open our subjects, open our minds to different philosophies, different psychologies, different ways of thinking, and let us know that there is no limit to it, that we can keep exploring and understanding new things about our reality, and that we shouldn't put limits on them. So very Uranus 9th house. Also, with Uranus in 9th house, you can have a broad network, lots of friends from foreign places, okay? Uranus rules your network, your friends, your friendships, your associates, your groups. And having this in the 9th house, this expands it, okay? It expands it in terms of like numbers and how much you can have. So it could be a huge placement for having lots of friends and lots of social connections and interactions. But also it expands it in the sense of like You're learning people from different places. You're making connections and networking with people from foreign places, outside of your culture, outside of your community, outside of your country. Okay, it's a very expansive social life. Okay, putting Uranus, this amazing networker, in the house of expansion in foreign places. So with Uranus in the 9th house, a lot of your friends can be from different areas, different places. Even if it's not from another country, they can be culturally very different from you. So there's a lot of different things you can learn from your friends, different cultures, different types of people. And, you know, Uranus in 9th house people are going to be open to making friends like that, making networking in a traveling way. You know, Uranus in 9th house, you can network by traveling, okay? So you're making lots of connections because you're going outside of your community and learning different people, you know, people from different places, okay, different origins. So this is definitely a person who opens their network and makes friends and connections and associates with people from different places of the world, you know, much different from them, or just have bringing different cultures, different experiences to bring to them that's outside of what they're normally used to in their community. So very expansive social life. You know, these are people who get around, who can know lots of people. And again, like I said, know people from different places, different cultures, okay? So with Uranus in the 9th house, I like to say that these people are super enthusiastic when it comes to their intellect and the things that they learn and what they're about to learn, okay? These are people who are very excited to learn about new different things, okay? There's an amazing enthusiasm that comes with Uranus in the 9th house, okay? 9th house is very extra. It's all about expanding your life and your world around you. So these people are very explorative. But with Uranus here, Uranus is quick, it's shocking, you know, it's sudden. So there's this energy that comes with them learning different things. And this is why they're able to learn so many unique stuff, is because they have so much enthusiasm and energy. They're ready to, you know, Uranus and 9th people, they're ready to travel to learn new different things. They're ready to take risks. They're ready to read up on information that they've never seen before, learned about before. They're ready to explore studies, and they have such an enthusiasm with it. So that's why they're able to learn so much, okay, and receive so much, because they have so much natural motivation, okay, such positive motivation to learn the world. These people, like, they come into this world like ready to study and see all the discoveries and discover things that, you know, people don't usually discover because they're stuck in their normal education and their normal lives and what they're supposed to know. So yes, there's definitely a strong enthusiasm and motivation when it comes to learning unique things and different things. These people are motivated and active in it, okay? So a lot of what they're learning can be due to all their traveling and exploring. You know, they're like explorers ready to explore the world and discover new things, okay? So definitely Uranus in the 9th house, you know, super enthusiastic to be intellectual and to learn and to grow and to expand their minds and to learn unique, innovative ideas. You're gonna need that, okay? Because all this studying isn't easy. But with that enthusiasm, that motivation is what keeps you going. And it's also what keeps you curious. You know, this is why they never stop. They keep expanding their minds because they always have that enthusiasm, that motivation, that curiosity, you know, and they find it fun. They find this stuff. Also, another thing about Uranus in the 9th house is that these people are very rebellious in general. This is not the type of people that you're going to be able to restrict or put in a conservative position. These are people who like to break rules, okay? The 9th house is all about your freedom, your expansion, so you want to be free. And Uranus is all about innovative thinking and thinking for yourself and having your own ideas and your own opinions and going against the grain. So these people in general are rebellious people. Uranus and 9th house people can want to always break rules, want to do things their way, don't want to be limited by rules and restrictions. Rules do not work well with Uranus in the 9th house. It is not something that they're designed to do. They are designed to break rules. They're designed to break free from restrictions. They're designed to find their own way and their own freedom in life. Another thing with Uranus in the ninth house is that these people can definitely be party, social people, okay? Uranus deals with our friends, our associates, okay? Groups, gatherings. And the ninth house deals with freedom, okay? So it's like definitely party people. Uranus in the ninth house can definitely manifest a party person, someone who likes to be in social places and party and go to social events and be around lots of people and have fun, okay? This is a very fun freedom placement, okay? This energy is all about just going out and enjoying yourself, but also enjoying yourself with other people, because this Uranus dealing with friendships, okay? So definitely big party people, lots of hyperactive activity, okay? Uranus is very quick, it's shocking. Ninth house is very expansive, it's freedom, it's movement. There's a lot of energy. Another thing with Uranus in ninth house is that these people can also like to travel with friends, okay? This is a placement of traveling with groups, traveling with your friends, traveling with your associates. So I like to say Uranus in ninth house is a very fun placement, because who doesn't like going on, who doesn't like traveling with, your friends and your associates in groups? It makes things so exciting and fun. But this is the placement for it. Travel with your friends, travel with your associates, your groups, okay? These people love to do that, and just have fun. So yes, that is Uranus in the ninth house. Very super intellectual people. Like I said, these people have what I call freedom of the mind, freedom to explore, okay? They don't pay attention to the stereotypes and the restrictions of what they're supposed to know and what they learn. They don't focus on just the normal education. They like to expand their minds and go beyond it. And these are the people that discover new ideas. These are the people that bring us new sciences, bring us new psychological ideas, bring us new spiritual subjects and spiritual ideas. These people are the ones, because they're not afraid to explore and go beyond what is told that they should know. They like to go against the grain and be a rebel and be innovative with their ideas. It's a very intellectual placement. These people are very smart, very super spiritual, intellectually philosophical. This is the placement for it, and these are the people bringing in new ideas for our world. So this is a very strong placement for education that goes beyond our normal system. This is the education that inspires us to open and expand our minds and learn things that we probably thought we would never learn or know about. So that is Uranus in ninth house, very important placement. I love this placement. I don't have it, but I relate to it in the sense of like studying things and going beyond just your basic education, just like for me, how I studied astrology and studied metaphysics and different subjects. I understand this placement in this kind of like intellectual free mind, where by having this, you expand what we can know about this world. So these people are geniuses. They're spiritually, philosophically genius. So that is Uranus in ninth house. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you did, you could book a reading with me. I do astrology readings as well as tarot as a bonus. All you have to do is email me and we could go forward with that. Also, check out my music, okay, my videos. All of those will be in the description box. I'll have the links there. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.